Hello and good evening. Welcome back to League Racing TV for TML F2. And as you can see, I am on my own this evening. I am your lead commentator for TML F2 LRE Storm. Unfortunately, Stumpy won't be here for next week as well, as he's left me to go on his holiday. So I am back here. Oh, we'll just check where the sound's gone. So yeah, we're at the Hungary ring here in Hungary. Obviously, if you watched last night's race, you'll just get a kind of feel how this race is, well, this track, should I say, is favoured in the league racing community. As we had a full intermediate race last night, ended up with about 5 safety cars and a few DNFs along the way. Hopefully that doesn't happen this evening, but we are on the full wets. So if you missed last week, we were at the Bahrain Grand Prix in Sakir, Bahrain, and yeah, it was Nicholas in the Haas who took the race win. I believe he did keep it after the stewards, and he'll be looking maybe for another good points finish this week to keep that championship run going. And we're going to run on board with TTG Jorg as he takes us through a lap of the Hungary ring here in Budapest. So as he crosses the start-finish line, he is going to make his way down into turn 1. You'll get a second helping of DRS if this was a dry session. He's going to go wide on the exit. He is now going to make his way up into turn 2. Very sharp corner, as you can see. Got to keep to the left of the track. Very difficult in the wet conditions. Now going to go through turn 3. Keeps to the right. All goes for a spin. He's going to make his way up to turn 4. Negotiates turn 4 perfectly there. And he's now going to make his way into, I think that's turn 5. As Amadi sets the fastest lap of a 32.3 as he makes his way through turn 6 and 7. Then turn 8. Now the back part of the track is a very tricky part of the track. As you can see, Jorg is struggling. This is obviously only line only, so you'll see some of the drivers struggle. He is setting a personal best at the moment, because he hasn't set a lap at the moment. As he comes around the final 2 corners, got to be careful there, don't want to hit the curb. He's now going to come round the final corner. He's now also going to set his first banker lap. And what will it be? As he's going to now power down to the start finish line, and that is a 33.0. Probably will go faster, as I think the first corner, obviously he probably won't spin out, or well, not spin, but make the corrections that he made from the last lap. As you can see, he's taking turn 2 and 3 so much better now as he found the grip. And he is up by 1.1 seconds. So this is going to be around that 32.1 mark. It might be a pole lap. So keep on board with Jorg at the moment as Simply Superman goes in with a 31.1. As Jorg is coming through the back part of the track. And he's going to hopefully keep... yep, he's up by 0.6. So he's looking at maybe setting... I don't think it'll be in the 29s. It'll be, I reckon, somewhere in the 30s. Maybe a 30.8. As he's come round to the final corner. He doesn't. He only does a 32.3. So you can't call me Mystic Storm. We will go on board with somebody else. Let's go on board with Tam, as Tam's going to start his lap in the Scuderia Ferrari. We know Ferrari had a bit of a nightmare here in the real-life Hungarian Grand Prix, but we will ride on board with the Ferrari driver. His teammate is currently in P5, so it will be interesting to see how he gets on. And Simply Superman goes even quicker with a 31.0. As he's now going to come through the back end of the track, he'll be mindful of the McLaren that is in front of him. As he is now going to come round the final corner. Oh, nearly makes his way into the pits. And he is going to come round the final corner. What's his lap time going to be? He's the only driver without a lap time. Goes right beside his teammate in P9 with a 31.9. As I don't know what the weather will be in the race, but I've got to hope it is a dry race, because I've seen enough rain in Hungary for the last 24 hours to last me a lifetime. Wilberg, I believe that's how you pronounce it, with a 30.0. Simply Superman was a 31.0. I do apologise if I did say a 30.0. It's a 31.0. So that's nearly 4/10 quicker for the Haas driver. So we're right on board with somebody else. Let's have a look. Who is... Seems horrendous rain in the pits. Who is... It's quite interesting. Our race winner last week is all the way down in P17. Let's ride on board with Nicholas. Let's see if he can improve on his lap. As he crosses the line, he goes up to a P10. So, he's probably not where he wants to be at the moment, but he is there in the top 10. Oh, as I say that, he gets knocked down to P11. Who has gone quicker? I believe Tam has gone quicker. Enzil Cam, he is in P5. Right on board with Enzil Cam. He came close to a podium last week, but it didn't go all to plan. As he's coming through oh no, he's up. He's down by 7 seconds. So I don't think he'll be making any improvements. I think he's just on an outlap Tam in the pits. IRL Dundee is in the pits. Imadi, the other Aston Martin. Is he going to be any quicker? He's got a 31.5 at the moment. He does. He goes right in front of his teammate into P5. And he sets a 31.2. So, Simply Superman coming through Sector 2. The middle sector, the middle part of the track. Actually, no, he's not. He is through Sector 1. I do apologise. As he is now through Sector 2. As he's up by 39 1/1000ths of a second. So, very marginal there. I don't see this rain lightening up or kind of, you know, basically drying up. So I won't be surprised if we see everyone stay on the wets and keep using the new wets. As Simply Superman is going to come around the final two corners. Is he going to beat the pole time? He does by just under a tenth with a 30.5. That's a McLaren coming out. That's Mad Jonas. So, Wahlberg is not in the game at the moment. TNR Andreas is coming through. Oh no, he's on an out lap. Nick Houston, he is just on his starting lap. He's going through turn 1 and then turn 2. This will be interesting. He's P9 in the Red Bull, while the other one is in P4. So he'll be making, or looking to be making, an improvement as Wahlberg has rejoined, which is what we like to see. And Nick Houston is not up on his time. He is down by 19 thousandths of a second. Very small margins here can put you either P1 or P10, it looks like at the moment, as the top 3 are in the 30s. And then P5 to P12 are all in the 31 kind of area. They are quite spaced out in the 31 times. But yeah, still all to play for. 3 minutes left on the clock. I just wonder if Nick Houston is trying to get a lap set before everybody comes out. As Jorg has retired. That's on track. Luckily, there will be no safety car. As Nick is going to cross the line. Puts himself right in front of his teammate with a 31.0. So, it is coming to the end of qualifying. The final laps will be being set. As I think we're on about 2.5 minutes yet. About 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. So, Nick can't really do no more, because he can't make it back to the pits, but he can help his teammate here. As his teammate's just crossing the line, Sergeant Cake is coming around the final two corners. As he's now going to cross the... Oh no, that's an outlap. Do apologise there. Where is Andreas? Andreas is not up on his time. Cam is coming through turn 1. So he'll be on his push lap. So right on board with the Aston Martin driver. As I think Nicholas has gone into P5. And IRL Dundee slots it in to the front row of the grid with P2. So, oh, as IRL Dundee goes and smashes with a pole time of a 30.4. Incredible lap there from IRL Dundee in the Mercedes. And we'll just keep on board with Cam, as Cam, I don't think, is up on his game is giving me the worst camera angle. Has Cam spun? Yeah, he has, I think. There he is. Yeah, he's got wing missing. Well, he hasn't got the whole wing missing, he's got half a wing missing. As Cam is going to cross the line, he's going to go for another lap. Again, gives me the worst camera angle possible. Tom is also going to cross the line. He's going to start another lap, I think. He might not. So everybody except from Cam. Oh, Cam is going to come into the pits. So everyone except from Cam, the grid could change. So we're going to have to keep an eye on everybody. Noisy has invalidated, so he won't be doing any more. Let's just go back up to the top. Right, so the checker flag is out. So Cam has done all he can. He will be P9, but where will he be after everyone has crossed the line? There's 16 more cast across as Nick Houston goes into P3. So he's on the second row of the grid at the moment. All things could change. Who is next across the line? Oh, as I think I've just seen Mad Jonas go for a spin. Maybe not. As Lynx can't do no more. I'm a D can't do no more. Anyone else? NFR Ray has crossed the line. Andreas has crossed the line. Can't do no more. P8 is going to be the position at the moment for Andreas. Wahlberg has crossed the line as well. Oh, a Simri Superman goes with a 30.3. Can IRL Dundee do anything? He's 24 thousandths of a second up on his time. This is going to be maybe a special lap from the Mercedes driver. He's up by a very, very small margin of 24 thousandths of a second in that middle sector. He has got to literally put the car in the right place at the right time now. As he's going to cross the line, is he going to get pole? I don't think he got it. Where is the line? He doesn't. He misses out. And that is going to be him still on the front row, but it will be P2 here in Hungary. So it's simply Superman who takes pole and does a simply beautiful lap of a 30.3. IRL Dundee will be starting in P2, 54 thousandths of a second behind in P2. Nicholas in P3, Wahlberg P4, Nick Houston P5, Sergeant Cake in P6. I'm a D in P7, TNR Andreas in P8, Enzil Cam in P9. Then running off the top 10 is LRE Tam. Then in P11, outside the top 10 is NFR Ray, Noisy, Tom, Jorg, Mad Jonas, to Jonas, and Lynx. And hopefully there's no rain in the race, because I can't be dealing with another 5 safety cars. If you watched EML Premiere 2 last night, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But 35 laps here of the Hungaroring here, and it is going to be hopefully an interesting race, and hopefully we have 35 laps of insane racing here. If you're new around here, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, as there's never enough action here on League Racing TV, and the skies have given us the blue skies, nice sunshine here in Hungary. As I mentioned before, you've got EML on a Wednesday, Premiere 1 and Premiere 2, with James Head doing Premiere 1 and me and Leslie the Twig doing Premiere 2. Then on a Thursday you have TML F1 with James, and then on F2 you've got myself, LRE Storm, and MC Stumpy obviously will be back after next week for F2. Then F3, you've got Ivan tomorrow at 8 p.m. and then on Fridays you've got TTG, Neymar, and you've got Funky Chicken as well, taking you through in F4. And then I believe there is some GT racing as well to just to spice it up a little bit on the track. But no formation lap, so we're going to go straight into the race with the 5 red lights. Two lights, 4, 5 red lights for TML round number 2 here in Hungary. And it's lights out and away we go. And it is all going to start very cleanly, hopefully, as Nicholas has already jumped IRL Dundee into the first corner. Hards versus mediums. He's going to be pushed to the outside, a little bit on the track, on the curb there, should I say. And they all seem to be making it nice and cleanly through the first couple of corners, just finding their space on the track, trying to defend or attack early as possible. And IRL Dundee has not had the best of starts, as he will drop down to P3. As we've got yellow flags. Who has... That's I'm a D. That's one of the Aston Martins. We just have a look through the midfield. They're all coming through nice and cleanly. That's what we like to see. As we've got Andreas on the back of Tam. But I have to say, LRE Tom, from back of the grid up to P9 already. Oh, what's going on here? The two Ferraris doing an excellent strategy. Oh, as Noisy gone for a spin. And I'm sure he won't be happy with that one. As I was mentioning before, the medium compound tyres really doing what they're supposed to do at the moment. As oh no, that's just a glitch, I think, with the yellow flag. So the first lap is set for the fastest lap of a 23.8. And that's more like it. As I think Tom is going to go for a move. He is going to go for it. He's going to have to be careful with his teammate. We don't want any Ferrari shenanigans here. And it is going to be a move. Oh, that is... I think, yeah. I'm not even going to comment. I'll leave that to the stewards. That seems like, well, to me that looked like a tap, and Tom didn't realise he was there. As Tom gets the position back, but it's not the position he wanted, I think, and that's him up to P13. So Nick Houston up to P5. Anyone else making any moves? DRS will be now enabled this lap as we head on to lap number 3. Seems like, oh, as Andreas has retired in the pits, so that's an early retirement. No safety car will be brought out, thank God, as the pack is relatively close still at the moment. Everyone is pretty much on the hard compound tyre, so it's really hard for, I think, the drivers to kind of pull that gap unless you are on a medium tyre like Simply Superman or oh, what's happened here? That is NFR Ray gone round, I think. So, still early doors here in TML F2. has got himself up from the back of the grid up to P10. That's a nice start there for the Williams driver. As Mad Jonas got himself up to P8. So yeah, the hard runners making a few moves here and there, but yeah, the medium runners are... oh, what's happened? Oh, I think that's just a glitch. Yeah, Nicholas not closing up the gap very quickly to 66 man. It is 2.1. As I think Wahlberg might look at a move on IRL Dundee. Oh, Sergeant Cake has had a spin. And I just wonder, is Wahlberg going to try and get past IRL Dundee? He's 3/10 up on his time, so I wouldn't be surprised. As they all make their way through turns 3 now. We've kind of got a Mercedes in a Haas sandwich. And yeah, that's a tricky situation, I think, for IRL Dundee. Let's just see what ERS IRL Dundee has. He hasn't got much ERS left, so he'll be having to save it up a little bit. As Dundee has kind of brought himself a little bit of a gap, as Imedy and Tom battling there. Oh, what's going on here at the back? Has Tom got the move? He's got one move, he's now going to look for another. Oh, as Tom has had a spin. I don't know what's happened there. As Tom is going to have to do a recovery drive, I think, especially on the hard compound tyre. As oh, Nicholas is out. Nicholas retired. How strange. I'm just going to check the Discord chat, see. As yeah, nothing saying in the Discord chat for his retirement, but yeah, Simply Superman leading the way, 2.5 seconds gap. But I just wonder, is Wahlberg going to sector 3? That's who's been that. That's Noisy. As we go back up to the top. IRL Dundee is falling back a little bit. It is 2.3 now, but he is falling into the clutches of Wahlberg. As there's also Nick Houston here looking for a podium. As Nick Houston is now bridging the gap here to Tam, but closing the gap to Wahlberg. As we are going to be potentially looking maybe a three-way fight for P2, as Nick has really closed up the gap to Wahlberg now. Oh, Lynx has had an incident, I think. Final corner, yep, that is Lynx spun around. Yeah, this battle for P2 is kind of more the closer battle at the moment. Enzil Cam actually is on the back of Mad Jonas, but the medium runners are really not going anywhere. Wahlberg picks up the 3-second time penalty. That'll be interesting. Nick will keep that in the back of his mind when we get to the business end of this race. As Cam is going to come around the final corner. As Tam, Nick has had a spin. He's letting people through. So that promotes Tam up to P4. So Lynx is into the pits. He'll be looking maybe for a set of mediums. As looking at this now, not really many people are close enough for a battle. We've got Ray and Jorg kind of battling realistically. Oh, that's a Mercedes. That must be Sergeant Cake. It is. Oh, as Nick is into the pits. As I don't think there's really many, but oh, actually no, there's Wahlberg on IRL Dundee still. Kind of got this battle here for the top three. As I think Simply Superman has made a mistake because he's now down to 6/10. Is Dundee going to have a look out of turn one, as he'll get a double helping of the DRS? As they make their way up into turn 4. Dundee marginally quicker on his personal best by 3/1000ths of a second. As Link sets the fastest up with an 18.2. Them softs will not last the more than 20 laps. I can guarantee you that. He's going to be coming in, unless he's trying to pit when these medium runners possibly pit, to keep in tail with them. It's the only way I can see. As we are going to keep on board with this, because this is the battle for the lead. Wahlberg has just dropped off a little bit to 1.5. As I think IRL Dundee is going to go for it out of turn 1. Oh, he has a look. He's on the hard compound. If he gets this move done now and gets into the distance on gap, when he goes for the mediums, he will be in a lot more of a better position as they make their way round into turn 3. As IRL Dundee is really putting the pressure on now. He is going to be closing up that gap even more as they come round for what will be lap 16. 19 laps to go here in Hungary. It feels like we've been racing for a little while longer. But as they come through the back parts of the track, the final sector will be now coming up, as Irel Dundee is not quicker on the, his personal best here. As Irel Dundee is still not close enough here. He's 3/10. Wahlberg, I think, is trying to re-close back up the gap. The problem I think Dundee has is he doesn't have a lot of ERS. Oh, as he really brakes late there. As now they come through once again the back parts of the track through the middle sector, and he's still 3/10. I think he needs to be winning around the 2/10 mark, going in to the first turn, turn 1, to get then the second helping of the DRS. They come round the final corner and they'll start lap number 17. Now he is 3/10. Is he gonna have a look? No. I think he's just waiting for their mediums to die from Simply Superman. He is 3/10 still, as Imadi boxes into the pits. 15 laps on the mediums. He'll switch to a set of hards. I wouldn't be surprised. As Iron Dundee did get the move done, but that was because Simply Superman did make a pit. Has a few others as well. Cam into the pits as well on the hards. That's an interesting one. The hards going the same distance as the mediums, so that'll be interesting. So Enzil Cam does close the gap now. Well, he will do, as he's on the medium compound tyre. As I think Enzo Cam and Nick Houston are going to have a bit of a battle. Yellow flags. Who is... that might be Sergeant Cake. As I think the only one really challenging now is Ray and Jorg, as Mad Jonas makes the way into the pits. Sergeant Cake gets a 5. Oh, he's DNF'd. He has retired into the pits. As yeah, there's not really many battles going on in this division, unfortunately. There's no safety cars, I have to say. As LRA Tam is into the pit, so he'll be going for a set of mediums. Oh, who's had a spin? That's Wahlberg, I think, because he's the only Haas left. Luckily, Ray wasn't that close. He's managed to get away with it. As we come on to the last 14 laps, or 13 and a half, as they make their way through Sector 3. As yeah, it's kind of a battle now for everybody behind Mad Jonas. Gulliver Train forming behind the McLaren driver. So we're looking at about 4P4 between Mad Jonas, Tam, Nick, Cam, I'm a D, and I believe FNR Ray as well. As it looks like Tam might be closing up the gap here, as Warburg sets a quicker lap of a 17.7. Nearly 10 laps to go, as we're going to get down now to squeaky bum time, and it is going to be the last 10 laps here of the Hungaroring track here in Hungary, as Tam and Jorg are having a battle for P7, as Cam is going to try and go around the outside. Doesn't work. As we'll go back up to the front, as it looks like, actually no, Jorg could actually overtake Nick in the Red Bull, but he's not close enough. I don't think Jorg is 5/10. As it looks like Jorg is now trying to apply some pressure, as he's 3, maybe 4/10, as we are now on lap 25. As I think Jorg is going to be looking for a move this lap, and so is IRL Dundee, because he is now 5/10 behind on the more faster compound tyre as well. as it looks like Dundee still can't get the move done. Jorg is still trying to battle Nick Houston. As it looks like we may be getting a last lap situation where IRL Dundee goes for the overtake because he's not got many laps left. Is he going to make the move now, or is he going to keep us waiting? He is now 4/10 behind. He's going to get a double helping of DRS. He has got that second helping of DRS. He's getting really close now to the race leader, which is simply Superman. It's really kind of the only battle we have at the moment. Tam is just over a second now, isn't to Mad Jonas. As it looks like we may get this move now from IR Dundee, as he is really enough now. He's 3/10. The final corner it just creeps back up to 4/10. So it is really interesting that the final corner is where he's losing the time, but he is now back under the 4/10 mark. As it doesn't look like IRL Dundee can get this move done. He gets him in the corners, but can't get Simply Superman in the straights. As he is now 5/10, the gap is getting bigger. I don't think he's going to get this done now. It is now going to be 5 laps remaining here in Hungary for TML F2 for round number 2. And Dundee is getting closer. As they make their way up to turn 4, as Dundee is really close now. He is, as I said, that he is 2/10 now, back up to 3/10. He's having a look. He's getting a bit more impatient now, I think, to get this move done. He knows the win is on the cards. He just has to get past one more car, and unfortunately that car is being a little bit of an irresistible force at the moment. It won't just move over, and he is going to have to battle Simply Superman to get the move done. It seems like this final sector, he can't get the gap down, as it's gone back up to 4/10. So he might want to recharge the ERS. I think that's what he's doing as they make their way down for lap 31. As you can see, the double helping of DRS not really effective for Iron Dundee. He's gonna close up the gap here. As Tom gets a 3-second time penalty. As we get a good camera angle from the game there. As I just don't think, unless Superman gets a penalty, I just can't see IRL Dundee get this move done, because the final sector, he is losing time somewhere. I don't know where, but he is losing. As you can see, the gap goes back up to 5/10. It is, yeah, a battle that is still going. As you can see, with this battling, it's kind of caught up. He's still 2.1 behind, but he is in the distance. As we look for more, oh, you're on a move potentially. The Alpine on the Red Bull. So we'll go back up. Oh, Enzo Cam picks up a penalty. He might be okay. Oh, he's had a bit of a moment. I'll just double check. He's still got a wing, so he's all okay. So, lap 33 of 35. As you can just see Wahlberg in the background there. Simply Superman just holding this. Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo that's had a moment, and I think, yep, that is one of the TNR guys. So you can see Dundee is closing that gap. They are going to lap LRE Tom very shortly. As I think this is where Dundee needs to kind of find the extra pace somewhere, because he's back up to 4/10, should I say. Oh, as Lynx has had a moment. I think Lynx will pit because he's on 11 lap softs as they come around the final corner for lap 34. Tom will gain a position as well, but he has a penalty. Imadi, as I think Imadi is going to, not Imadi, IRL Dundee is going to have a go. Doesn't get the move done, I think. He was having a look there, but he was a lot closer. As we come to what will be one of the penultimate laps here in TML F2. Wahlberg gets another penalty that won't affect him because Mad Jonas is 12 seconds behind. As Tom is now going to get lapped. He has moved out of the way, but Wahlberg is closing up this gap. Could there be a last lap dash from somebody? Because IRL Dundee is now dropping back a little bit. and he is going to try and go for a last lap move. He's only got one lap left as they come round for lap number 35 here in Hungary. As you can see, Simply Superman using the ERS he's got. He's going to be charging it up at every possible point he can as they make their way down into turn 1. Dundee going, maybe having a look. He's going to get a good exit out of turn 1. He's not going to get the move done. He's running out of opportunities to do it. The only way I think he's going to get this done if Simply Superman has an accident or an incident, or he has a penalty. As you can see him go through turn 4, I can't see many more opportunities coming for Simply Superman. As Tam gets a 3-second time penalty, that won't really affect him. I will just double check the penalties while we are here. Wahlberg on 6, Tam on 3, Armady on 3, Ray on 3, Enzo Cam on 6, and Tom on 3. As they come round the final 2 corners, and it is going to be a simply beautiful provisional race win for Simply Superman. He will take the checkered flag here and take the race win with IRL Dundee in P2. Very close battle between the two, but I think the hards were just too powerful for the mediums there. Wahlberg will take the final podium place. Mad Jonas in P4, Tam in P5, Nick Houston in P6, Jorg in P7, I'm a D in P8, Ray in P9, Enzo Cam will drop to P11, Noisy will take P10, Lynx will... Actually, no, I think... Oh no, they haven't finished yet. Noisy will take P10, and I think Lynx may take P11 from Cam, because they are quite close. So Noisy crosses the line. Yeah, as I thought, Lynx has got the move done on Cam, and Cam will finish in P12. And that is the final race done there here in Hungary. It was a long-winded race, I have to say, doing it on my own. Unfortunately, there was points where I did go quiet because there wasn't really much happening in the race, but those final few laps did make it all the worth the better. And it is a race win here in TML F2 for Simply Superman. The Irishman takes another race win after his magnificent race here this evening. Hopefully the game gives me the race classification. So it is a win for the Williams Irishman, as he takes the provisional race win with IRL Dundee up there in P2, and Wahlberg will take P3. So it's a Williams, a Mercedes and a Haas. Not a combination you probably would get in normal real life racing, but it is one that is on our screens this evening, as it is a simply fantastic performance from Simply Superman. So we'll run through the race order again for the race classification. Simply Superman takes provisional win with IRL Dundee in P2, Wahlberg in P3, Mad Jonas in P4, LRE Tam in P5, Nick Houston in P6, TTG Jorg in P7, I'm a D in P8, NFR Ray in P9, Noisy 33 rounds off the top 10. Then outside the top 10 is DET Lynx, Enzil Cam, TNR Jonas, or Jed, I can't pronounce it, I apologise. LRE Tom, Sergeant Cake is your first of the DNFs, Nicholas in P16, a DNF, and TNR Andreas in with the final DNF. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been TML F2 for round number 2 in Hungary. Next week, we'll be off to Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix, and hopefully that's going to be even more fantastic. And I'll be, unfortunately, again on my own, as Stumpy isn't with us again. But until next time, when we go racing in League Racing TV for TML tomorrow, you'll be accompanied by Ivan for Formula 3 and Funky Chicken, and of course TTG Neymar for Formula 4. But as I said, until next time when we go racing, enjoy your week, enjoy the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort, and I'll see you on Thursday. Good night.